Good morning, everybody. How is everybody this morning? Some of you may be thinking, oh, Shards of Insanity is streaming at a different time. That's a matter of perspective. For me, it is 5 a.m. in the morning, but we just switched over to British summertime, which is Greenwich Mean Time +1, so it does affect other people. Yeah, not much I can do about that, unfortunately, but the schedule has been updated. So, what are we doing today? Breeding chickens, I hope. There was a minor complication last time in that my Sungold broody chicken actually laid a second clutch, which in principle they shouldn't do, but we'll see about that, see what happens. I'm also hoping that I get some more of my grains harvestable today. You can see the chickens over there. My little copse growing over there, and over there in the distance we have our expanded fields. And this is hopefully for rabbits eventually, and she is very kindly sitting on her clutch. And I'm not sure I can hear this. Let me see. I just need something which makes noise. Yeah. It is making noise. My ears are not as good, of course. So, this is always a slightly amusing and disturbing feature. The fact that the little ponds are showing up with bugs. So the last thing we'll do, I think, well, assuming, what time of day is it? Oh yeah, it's evening. The flax is coming along. No, hurry up and grow. The rye is still growing. We have a patch of mature rye. Oh, well, fortunately, within a day or so, we should get more, and I do start to need a lot more grain. That is weird, though. Hang on a second. I'm not sure I'm hearing this properly. Ah. That's better. Won't make any difference to you, although maybe you heard it slightly. I had the wrong sound output set up. So, oops. My bad. I can't remember what I'm growing over here now. What is this? This is rye, yes. I'm trying to set up crop rotation. Incidentally, this is optimum, it turns out, for irrigation in this game. When I said it's the same pattern, well, no, it's similar to growing sugarcane in Minecraft, I forgot that sugarcane in Minecraft does not work on diagonals. So even though you can only grow sugarcane in Minecraft directly adjacent to water, this does not qualify, I think. So if you optimize this for sugarcane, it does look a little different in that these get offset by a block or two, and I can't remember the exact pattern. So if anybody's looking at me and thinking, yeah, he got that wrong about Minecraft, nope, thank you, Aiden. I was wrong about that. It's been a long time since I spent significant time in Minecraft. And I should probably do a final. Quick harvest and replant. So how was everybody's weekend? Okay. Hang on a second, let me check something here. I can't remember. Are these all the... Ah, here we go. Turnips use nitrogen. And rye uses... What does rye use? It looks like rye uses nitrogen as well, doesn't it? Our rooster grabbing attention. Yeah, rye uses nitrogen as well. Okay, so I should be able to plant turnips and rye together and rotate them simultaneously, if I get this right. I think I need to make food too today. Have a look. Why is packed dirt showing up as rot? Oh, I forgot about those. I'll figure that out in the morning. Looks like I'm going to need more storage. I'm told I ought to be using shelves more. Okay. Get around to that eventually, I have no doubt. Right, what have I got in terms of food? I seem to have run out of bread. Which is kind of weird. I didn't think I had, but still. Yep, definitely need bread. Which means pies, so I've got to do a bit of a cooking session. So let's grab You would think, would you not, after all the time I've been doing this, that I would automatically make sure that I've switched sound output from the Mac Mini's speakers to earbuds. And mostly I get it right, but there's, yeah, there's always something. One thing I don't know and have not observed is, do you get hungrier if you, at the same rate, if you're active as if you're sleeping? I'm don't know how that's modeled. Perhaps somebody can answer that question in the comments. Because if you don't use as much food while you're sleeping, that would make sleeping in winter a better idea, because you would then use more food. Strangely, this is something that some European societies, the serf level peasant farmer types, come winter, the village would essentially shut down because they spent most of their time asleep where possible, because it reduced the amount of food they needed. And given that margins at such times of the year could be razor thin between surviving and not, that would make a lot of sense. I think it's the closest humans have come to hibernating. Don't have onions yet, but we can do carrots and turnips. Hate that mechanic. Right, that's the pies sorted. And even though I've had the nutritional things explained to me in great detail, it's not something I readily remember. I just switch between pie and bread and porridge as much as possible. Good morning, Tony. How are you doing? Good to see you. How are Furball, Smoke, and Bug this morning? Pseudo! Hello, Pseudo. Welcome back. Good to see you again. It's been a long time. What did I say I was doing? Oh, that's right. I'm making bread. Oops. Hey, Pseudo. One thing I don't know about you. Well, actually, it's a lot I don't know. I don't remember where you are, for example. Do you have any fur babies, cats and dogs, that you might wish me to include in the roster of loved ones? Oh! Oh, hang on a moment. And, yes, I don't have a list for Pseudo's cats. What's your cat's name? Yes, I take notes. Cookie! Hello, Cookie. He'll go on the list of acknowledged fur babies later. Oh, Coco and Mustache. Yes, sir. Try and remember. Do Coco and Mustache live with you, or what's their situation? Where did I put my firewood? Do I have it on me? I don't. Where's my firewood? Am I going to have to go outside? Oh, wow. It's already 3 o'clock in the morning. Berries are coming along. It'd be nice to have those. Oh, right. They will go on the official list of fur children. Actually, I'm going to need that again. I like to say that the fur babies are as big a part of my live streams as the subscribers. And like I say, I have a list. I've got two lists actually. Where's the other one? Yes. Yes, there's the other part of the list. And yes, I still make notes. I don't know. I do not. Grew up with fur babies. All dogs. The Dalmatians, Timothy and Merlin, were our first dogs. Then we had Jason, the first Labrador. Dusty, who was a stray we literally picked up off the street. No, Samson. Sorry, Samson was the yellow Labrador. Then Dusty. Then Jason. No, was it the other way around? No, Jason was the yellow Labrador. Samson was the black lab. That's right. And then I kind of went off to university, and I think my parents had an intermediate dog that I don't remember because I was in the United States and places. Um, but my mother had a beloved black Labrador called Buddy, and her husband had a Sussex Terrier whose name I completely forgot, but I do not myself have any fur babies now. I actually can't afford them, to be honest. The insurance is yeah, considerable. I thought I put turnips in that carrot pie. No, maybe I didn't. Oh, I forgot. I have eggs, don't I? I think I got eggs. My first eggs. Well, not my first eggs, actually. Yes, I got 4 eggs. I can actually cook something with those. Good grief, this night went extremely quickly. Now, Buddy unfortunately died at the ripe old age of, I think it was 14. He was very old for a Labrador. Oh yeah, we got some. Have you given? Have you? Nope. It appears the eggs have not hatched in that corner yet. Oh, he was much loved. Yeah. He was an absolutely wonderful animal. I think he was the longest lived of any of our dogs. In fact, I'm certain he was. I think I can put the dough away briefly. So I've got work in the farm to do, which is hilarious. My dear. I need to plant those out. I will say this is a significantly more technologically advanced home than the average medieval serf would have had. Although the shutters are accurate. Right, let's be about our day. Surprisingly busy for somebody who claims to take time off at the weekends. I often end up streaming almost as much as I do during the week, just during 2 different sessions. I did a 3.5-hour Warframe session on Saturday. I think that was my longest ever live stream. Oh yeah, that was my. I think that was my longest ever live stream. In terms of me actually sitting and. Okay, that requires nitrogen as well. Oh, just remembered I did a, hang on, I did a 3+ hour Sky session on, no I didn't. That was last weekend. All right, let's check on these. I'm gonna panic a lot. How's your food? You got food? 12 hours. 12 hours and we will have. Yeah, this chicken did something weird. She laid and is brooding these eggs. Then she laid another clutch, which isn't supposed to be what happens. And that is strange indeed. Still got food here. All right, I will leave you to your egg laying and chicken rearing. Progress of sorts. So much progress that I am now more or less a full-time farmer. Was that a wolf or a chicken? I mean, I don't actually get much in the way of small animals spawning around here. I swear that sounded more like a wolf than a rooster. Yeah, I'm not sure how well this crop rotation thing is going to work. So the idea is that quadrant, they're all using the same nutrient, and then this one will use a different nutrient, that kind of thing. So I can rotate them. And I do want to kind of grow. I do kind of want to put a tower here. Yeah, happily brooding away. This is for rabbits, hopefully, eventually, if I can find a place where there are rabbits. Actually, I think I might go and see if I can find rabbits. Oh, I forgot to check though. The carrots use potassium. And these use nitrogen. The rush for winter has already started. Yeah, I'm being very optimistic with the fence. In principle, hares and other small animals that spawn nearby can get into your crops. And so if they do, it's recommended you put a fence and or a ditch around them. Except for the fact that I have not seen small animals in this region at all. Except for chickens way off in the distance, which is where I captured these two. But I do need to go and look, see if I can find rabbits. Yeah, that's the berry farm. I actually want to build my tower so I can look over and survey my domain, but I think I'll do the responsible thing and see if I can't find rabbits. They're not rabbits. I keep calling them rabbits. Technically in the game they are not rabbits, they are hares. Excuse me, I think I have to sneeze. Right. Do I have food on me? Yes, I do. Grab my shield. Let's put the... Right, ready the falcons. And let's go dashing off. See if we can avoid ourselves being eaten. The last time I saw hair... Oh. Now. Okay. I will attempt to identify hares. The only animals I seem to have around here that I can cultivate. Ooh. I do want these. I'm essentially translocating berry bushes to the farm as much as possible. I probably ought to wait until they ripen, but I'd rather get the orchard going. So there were hares around here in the same sort of general area as the chickens. Now this is where this was a chicken spawning spot, and somewhere around here I did also encounter hares. But, like I was saying, the only animals I've got immediately around here that I could conceivably farm are chickens, hares, and pigs. Oh boy. Look at this weather. Do not like the look of the weather. Oh, this is useful. Don't actually know if I really need this. My son had his first powerlifting competition at the weekend. He had fun. I think we'll call it a learning experience. Made a few mistakes, which he should learn from, of course. I think the important thing is he had fun, and it was his first time. So... Not sure how you go about capturing the pigs. Do you go after the piglets or do you go after the adults? Because the adults will kill you. It's kind of disturbing in a way. This was forest, and I cut down the trees. Some of them are over here now. There was a wolf. How about that? There was a wolf. I did not imagine it. And that turned out to be surprisingly useful. And I do want the fat. Yay? Slightly disturbing. Well, okay, this is survival only, so the cosmic horrors are not in the game. If you were in quotes, regular game, you've got cosmic horrors, but wolves can kill you. Bears definitely kill me. Yeah, you can sort of see why I just basically transplanted bees when I found them. Yeah, the bears will do a number on you. The pigs, the adult pigs can kill you. What else? I'm not sure. That's just what I've got in this area. I don't know if there are things like cougars and this kind of thing. Not necessarily in this area. But slightly disconcerting that there was a wolf over there, but no. The entirety of the map that I've been to is here. This is actually was my spawn island. Right over here. I in principle have sort of cheated and reset my spawn point, but this is my spawn point. So this is it. and it's a lot bigger than this. But you know, while I can certainly see how you would go exploring, to be honest, I'm slightly surprised I made it through winter. So I am more or less setting myself up to be a farmer for now rather than an explorer. I think exploring will come when I have more of absolutely everything. But we are slowly getting food. But yeah, no, getting through winter, I could have done a better job of that, but I did manage. I said at one point that if I started starving to death, then I would basically call it game over. But I got through winter and into the spring and got to the point where I was, yeah, I got through spring. And it is now May. This whole area gets covered in snow. The lakes freeze. Winter was a time when I did a lot of work preparing for summer. Well, planting season. You still haven't finished. Go sit on your egg. Stop panicking. But, yeah. I am going to need another storage chest. I think I'm going to take this down. Start putting storage chests in here. Yes, I am assured that using these for putting things on is a good idea. So we'll try it to see what happens. And I don't know what I'm going to be doing with these. Hey, Johnny! Yeah, no, oh, well, no, I had just started. When you joined, I had literally started. I've only been going for 53 minutes. Hey, Danny! Hello, Peanut! Hello, Lola! And hello, Earl! If you haven't met Pseudo's fur babies, he's going to post them in Discord for us to go to give hearts to. I don't know what you do with these. What do you do with a dark brown ceramic pot? Do I really need them? Okay, well. Oh, right. Okay, so putting shelves up, is it more efficient use of space than a chest? No. Does it look better? Yes. I think we are safe in saying that. You missed the wolf attack, Danny. There was a wolf in this little forest over here. Which means I'm not as safe around here as I previously thought. And I know I'm bothering my chickens, but... 2 hours! Come on. I want to see baby chickens this stream. And this actually came in handy because the wolf got stuck in there. Oh, I'm a function over aesthetic. Absolutely. Look, let's be honest. There are people probably who are serious builders who would look at this and say, oh, that's terrible. Can't you build something better? And the simple answer is no, not really. Everything sort of evolves around function, more or less. You ought to take a look at my Minecraft builds. They're mostly underground and feature heavily automated everything. So I make no pretense about having any building style or ability. I have the artistry of a kick in the head. Yeah, no one's ever going to look at this and say, oh yeah, that's a nice looking build. It's functional, and that is what I demand from it. Yeah, I can copy, I suppose. But, you know, I needed an enclosure. What do? Stick a 2-high wall of posts and some roof tiles up. You know, that's how I do it. This slanted oak roof, I can't figure out. I haven't figured out the corners yet, you know. Stick a ladder in so I can go up. I'm sure there are people who would make this farm look absolutely fantastic, but another interesting aspect is that I haven't really had. You could argue that I haven't had a lot of time. You know, I've spent most of the time just trying to get myself into a position to survive. Oops. Stop complaining. Yeah, I'm not very good at building. I like I say, yeah, if you look at myself, I did uh base walkthroughs for Minecraft, and you can see the kind of thing I do. It's not aesthetically pleasing. I happen to like the look because it's functional, but it's not pretty by any means. What was I doing? Let's see if I can do anything interesting with eggs. Oh, I need clay, don't I? Let's grab my eggs before the... Oh, and... Don't know if I can use that. Let's see if I can put something together. Hmm. Oh dear. And that's 360p widescreen too, which must be really bizarre. Alright, I'm gonna make scrambled eggs. Unless... Okay. It's official. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll make some scrambled eggs. I need more peat. Okay, come on. Bones are useful. Make bone meal. Okay. So on this side you have your health bar. On this side you have your food bar. And in the middle is for part of the game, I think, that I'm not using. I think. I've no doubt somebody... the middle cog, I think, is used for temporal events, which I don't have switched on, so... No, there is no thirst bar. I'm sure someone's done a mod that will take care of that, but I haven't implemented such a thing. Right. What time of day is it? It is then. I'm going to need a new knife at this point, sooner or later. Right, what do I need to do? The thing is, like real survival, there's always something I should be doing. Do I have enough food? Yes, I'm good for food. Let's have some scrambled eggs. Okay, I'm going to eat the lot, apparently. Nice hot scrambled eggs. I need more sticks. I'm running out of sticks. So, let me think. Alright, I'm actually going to take a quick potty break. So I will be back in a couple of minutes. See you then. The basic backstory, pseudo, to this game is it started out as a Minecraft add-on called Vintage Craft, I think. The developers back in 2016, released this, which is essentially Minecraft with the survival cranked up to about 100. They wanted a horror aspect to it, which I don't have enabled. So everything that you do in Minecraft without thinking about it, like making bread, in this takes a long time. Getting bread was a significant advance for me. To get bread, I needed to make a quern. To get the granite for the quern, I needed a copper pickaxe. To get the copper pickaxe, I needed to make molds, and I needed to collect native copper. You get the general drift. Then I could grind grain. Then I could make dough. Then, everything is infrastructure, which is one of the things I like about this game, because in Minecraft, I tend to go with infrastructure, automation and this kind of thing. So this suits me quite well. Why have I got a barrel here? I don't remember. I'm sure I had a reason. So, yeah. And it is already... Yeah, it's nice. The weather's warm. So these should start ripening soon, and I will have access to fruit, which will make things more interesting. And I want to extend this up to about the same level as the farm, or at least as far along as I can get it. But I started planting my own forest over here, so I don't have to denude. This area over here used to have a lot more trees on it. Hey, Masked Bandit! Welcome to the group. Oh, I've got flax. I'm starting to get flax now. At last. Yeah. I like I say, I didn't want that. I just wanted a survival experience. So, and I have not watched much content, as I like to say. The only content that I've watched was sort of as background noise. I watched Gemini Tay live stream it. Okay, those got some carrots. Yay! My situation is starting to improve. If I could just get some onions, I could have a little bit more variation in my diet. Technically, after 10 years, it's still in early access. There is a Linux version and a Windows version. This is obviously the Linux version. I wouldn't mind trying the Windows version running under Linux, but I would have to buy the game again to do that, and I don't feel like doing that. Alright, let's do some segregation. Now this is... Right, spelt. So these are all my nitrogenous. Okay, these use potassium, so we're going to stick those over here. I think it's more like 20, but this allows me to make bits and pieces, which is very handy. No, it wouldn't let me do it. Would not let me do it. I mean, I'll obviously go back and check, but no, they did not let me download 2 versions. Yeah. Yeah, I know. We'll see what happens. I would like to try the Windows version just to see, but you know, because sometimes the Windows version runs better than the Linux version of a game, and if I can get it running, then that's fine. Apparently you can make a poultice out of the horsetails, which I have actually made at some point. And now I can't find it. Never mind. It's possible. It's entirely possible. I need to find clay. Need some more of those. Where's my clay deposits? Or it could just be the server I bought it from, because I didn't buy it from the website. The website was down, and I had to go to some other website to get it. Yeah, whatever. This is for compost. They decided they were only allowed to compost certain things. Apparently it's too useful a thing to just let you have access to it. Okay, I am starting to feel slightly more comfortable with my food supply. And what I'm going to do essentially is when all this is grown and we've moved everything, I'll start seeing about improving the soil quality, which apparently is a thing you can do. I hope. I don't think they do a Mac version, but even though I do, let's say my streaming computer is a Mac, it isn't really intended for gaming. All right. So these are my potassium using plants. These are my nitrogen using plants. That's the general plan. So I can transfer from here to there and there to here and still have the same growth rates apparently. And then I will, like I say, try and improve the quality of the farm over there. And now that I have a bunch of twine, look! 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 I've got baby chickens! Look at this! Oh, let's go have a look at our little baby chicks. Oh, they're all scared of me. Look! Oh, she's already laid another egg. A little chickie. I've got chicks. I got chicks. Sorry, that's ridiculously fun. Apparently they will get, each successive generation of chicks should be a little bit happier about my existence. But yay. We'll ignore the massive amounts of inbreeding that are going to occur over here. Right. I still need to start thinking about rabbits though. Let's put this lot away. Oh, and I've got more flax. And I need to look at what I can do to improve my clothing too, so. Where did I put? Do I have any more twine? I mean, I think there are cows and sheep in the game, but nowhere near me. Alright. Have I got food on me? Yes, I do. Oh, I forgot. Let's put away my... Oh, I need clay. I definitely need to go and find clay, don't I? Yeah, because I'm running out of space for... everything. Right. Clay. Do I have a shovel? I don't have... Don't have a shovel? I didn't leave one hanging around somewhere. Okay, I'm gonna have to do the shovel the old-fashioned way. Flint is still useful. If anybody in the comments later, and you know who you are, is asking why I'm still using flint, it's because sometimes it is just easier and quicker. Right. Did I mark the position of clay? That is clay. Okay, we'll head over there and pick up clay because I'm going to need that. And now that I have enough flax, I can consider distinct improvements to my clothing situation. Where's my clay source? It should be over here. Yeah, clay. There we go. Let's grab clay. I wonder if the reason I haven't seen any hares is because I may have dug up their spawn block. Oops, don't want that. I think so, but I haven't seen any of them. I'm not actually sure. I would have thought so, but I'm really not sure. I haven't seen horses or anything like that. I want to pay a bit more attention to my environment. I don't want something toothy sneaking up on me. Ah. There are some odd things missing. They haven't got a decent fishing mechanic, although I'm told that's due in the next release, which I'm not looking forward to because it means I've got to upgrade my .NET system, which should be interesting. I also need peat. I'm sure T.A. Arden, who has been commenting on pretty much every single one of my videos, will inform me as to rideable animals in the game. You can see the conversation, by the way, in the comments. Oh, got peat as well. Okay. This is a nice little spot then. Peat was very, very useful over winter. Didn't have to use charcoal to warm up myself. Funny thing is, I delayed digging up peat because I thought I'd have to try it out. But no, it turns out you can just use peat straight off the bat. Because in reality, one of the things is, because of the nature of the game, I tend to think about reality more than game mechanics sometimes. And I delayed getting peat because I thought I'd need to dry it out. No, you don't have to. I can use it as is. And it is a really, really useful resource. I got enough peat to last me a surprisingly long time. All right, have a good day, Pseudo. I'm very glad to see you back. Glad you're okay. Have fun in your classes. Whoa, we have bushes, we have berries. We have our first berries. Yay. Why have I got a cranberry bush there? I have started out with having this so organized. That organized dissolved. Why have I got cow parsley? Yep, we are starting to get our first berries. Okay, why are you not letting me harvest? Oh, now that's weird. Why is it not allowing me to do this? You irritating game. Why? I have harvested. Okay, there we go. Maybe that's the reason. There we go. It took longer than I thought. Now entering the season when this reminds me of the foraging days where you lived off fruit. Now, I am very tempted to take that egg from the chicken because I would rather she lay a clutch of 3. Oh no, she has a clutch of 3. Okay. And how are we doing with food, guys? Apparently they don't starve to death, but if you want them breeding, you do have to feed them, so I will make sure they are well fed. Full-time farmer now. Yep, I'm going to need to start making more storage pots, which is a nice situation to be in. So I've got to try and get nitrogen back into the soil and all this sort of thing. What I ought to do, and I might have to consider it, is basically sacrificing some of my crops to make compost, which I ought to do probably. Okay, these need potassium. Hello, baby chickens. Hurry up and grow up so you can lay eggs. So these are nitrogen and these are potassium. Where's all my potassium plants? These are phosphorus. And I know it's getting dark. It's getting ludicrous. Right. Well, talk about working dawn to dusk. That's pretty much what I've been doing this time. Wow. So now I need to make... Yeah, I'm definitely running out of storage space, which is a good position to be in. It has to be said. And I know I shouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it anyway. Yeah, I definitely need more storage, because I am definitely running out. Eh. Definitely want to find stuff to do with the flax and... Right. I need storage pots, don't I? I need at least a couple ceramic storage vessels. Yes, I do. Which is why I have all this clay. Ceramic storage vessel. I haven't had to do this in a while. And I need 2 of them. At least 2 more. Oh, I also need to consider what I'm going to let rot outside. And this is probably not something I'm going to get done during this session. I have to wait till tomorrow. Oops. This takes almost as much focus as forging, except it's more forgiving of mistakes. Yay, there's one. I'm going to need another. Wow, that uses a lot of clay. Tomorrow we'll get these fired up. Although I need more sticks, I think, than I actually have. And this will... It's amazing, I got through most of the winter on one of these with carrots, vegetables, and grain in, and I've already gone past that, so I'm much better prepared for winter already, even if I have to not feed the animals. Gonna need to expand my basement. I think I need sticks and firewood, don't I? But I certainly need Dry grass. There we go. I do need sticks. I need 8 sticks. Do I have sticks anywhere? Did I use up all my sticks? I probably did, didn't I? Nope, I didn't. Good, got sticks. I can get this done before I have to end the run. I wonder if I can use peat on this. Let's see. I doubt it somehow. I can. I can use peat. It's useful. Right. Oh, have we got more berries? Yay. You could literally spend so long. Just... Oh. Oh, thunderstorm coming in. And it is June. I think it was about June when I came into this area last time. So we've got storage burning. We've got... I do need that storage space. We have chickens. I have all kinds of stuff. I don't know what I'm doing with this. I'm going to eat it though. And we need to start looking at... I don't know why I'm storing that. I'll throw it away most likely. Good grief. It's a new day already. 5 a.m. in the morning. Looks like it's raining a bit. And there is still so much to be done. Heck of a lot to be done. But we have our first chicks who are still running around. And we have 3 more on the way. And boy, these things are going through food like nobody's business. So I will, before I sign off, I don't know which I've got that sort of, I don't know what you call it, snobbishness. Rye, it seems to be a more preferable to spelt or something else. But flax, I'm not sure which is the best grain in the game, but I'm gonna feed them flax. Traditionally, there's a reason that you make bread from the grains you do. You can make bread out of other things. But it doesn't necessarily work as well. You haven't been eating from that one, have you? I do want these well fed. So I do need to start considering rotting some of my produce just so that I can make compost. So, yeah. Some of my food is actually going to make compost so that I can improve the ground quality. But that's something for tomorrow. I shall finish in my usual place. she's sitting on the eggs again, so in a few days we'll have 6. We'll have 8 chickens, all hopefully leaving me eggs, producing an excess of things I can eat, and I still need to find hares. Or if I can find a way to trap piglets, that would be good. Start breeding pigs. Well, that's something you got to be careful about because they'll kill you given half a chance. Oh, the tool is growing in. If I need more thatch. Now I've got a plethora of thatch. So, yeah, I will be back in a couple of hours with the Long Dark. And in about 12 hours with the Warframe. And again, the reason the timing has changed is because here in the UK we switched over to British summertime. So my schedule has been updated to reflect the time in Greenwich Mean Time. Thank you everybody for watching. Much appreciated. I will see you all next time.